You are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, Syracuse basketball by the skin of their teeth. They survive against Moyne tonight, 86-82 inside the Dome. We discussed how Chris Bell saved the game. We talked a little bit about the front court with Jyare Davis and his impressive debut for Syracuse. We went over Donnie Freeman and how, look, wasn't his best game, but I think we saw really his floor. Just wait till we see his ceiling. Now, let's get into kind of the significance of this game, or maybe the lack thereof. First of all, a win is a win. A win is a win. The best way to put this win is I'm going to give you guys a golf analogy, and I've used this analogy before. When you are in the bunker in golf, for those that don't know any golf, the bunker is the sand. Okay, it's the sand. You don't want to be in the sand. It's not good. But when you are in the bunker, priority number one, rule number one when you're in the bunker is just get it out. Just get it out of there. Right? You're in the bunker. You hit that shot. You're trying to get it. Just get it out. That's the best way to describe this game for Syracuse. You're playing against a far inferior team in Moyne. Far inferior. You're a 21-point favorite at home. You should win this game by a lot of points. This should not be close. Priority number one, though, is, look, you just got to avoid embarrassment. Just win the game. So they got it out of the bunker, right? They won. That's the best way to put it. But in golf, when you get the ball out of the bunker, all right, what's the next thing you want to do? Well, you want to get the ball on the green. You want to get the ball preferably close to the hole so you can hit a putt. And Syracuse did not do either of those things. They barely got the ball out of the bunker, and it was sitting on the rough. Barely, but it counts. They got it out, right? So it's good that they won, but where this hurts them is in the net. Yeah, that's right. The net is back. Hope you missed it. The net's back. That's right. For those that don't know what the net is one of many metrics that bracketologists and the selection committee use to determine who makes the NCAA tournament. It's called the Net Basketball Rankings. You can Google it. It's free and public information. And there's a lot of analytics that go into the formula to decide who gets slotted where in the net. But one of the main things that they use, one of the main categories of it, is your point differential. Not only just your point differential, there is a quad system where this win goes or compares against other teams in the net. And I imagine Moyne is not very high in the net. So you get a close win against a team that is really low in the net rankings. It actually can hurt you at times. There was a time last year where Syracuse barely beat Louisville on the road, right? The point differential was low, and they actually dropped a couple of spots in the net the next morning. So this does hurt their net. I think it does at least. A 4-point win at home against Moyne, that's not very good. That's not very pretty at all, especially when you look at the rest of the ACC. I'm going to do this live for you right now. Wake Forest is up by 15. They're going to win against Coppin State. Virginia Tech is up 19 against Delaware State. I mean, Boston College isn't supposed to be good anyway, but North Carolina, it's only a 12-point game at the half there. I mean, Duke rolled Maine. Miami blew out FDU. The point being is that when you're playing these inferior teams, you want to make it look pretty. You want to make it look sexy. And there were times that last season, actually it was most of the time for Syracuse basketball, when they won a game, it was by the skin of their teeth. It was kind of like this. No matter who they were playing. They could be playing North Carolina at home and surviving and winning that one, which was awesome. And then the next day they're playing against a nobody, and it's kind of like this. So it's good that they won, it does not help for the NCAA tournament ultimately. It really does not. You all they did was avoid embarrassment. That's the best way to put it. Now, for a more optimistic viewpoint, if you're feeling optimistic, here's the deal. This is a pure coincidence. I choose to believe it's not. Syracuse basketball trailed 41-36 at the half in this game. They obviously didn't come out strong, and as the final score indicates, it wasn't very pretty. But they were down 41-36 at the half. The last time that Syracuse basketball was trailing at the half in the season opener was in the 2020-21 season, where Syracuse barely beat Bryant at home, and that was a precursor for 2 years later when they actually lost to Bryant at home. But they barely beat Bryant at home. I think it was 85-84. That game might have gone to overtime, or maybe it was a game that was it was a wild beginning of the season in 2020, 2021. But in that year, that's the last time that Syracuse basketball made the NCAA tournament. Take that for what it's worth. Maybe the key to making the tournament this season was we got a trail at the half in the season opener against a far inferior opponent. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws because I'm genuinely conflicted about this. I was not impressed. I wasn't. I mean, Jyare Davis was good. I mean, Donnie was up and down. Petar Majstorovic provided some energy. Chris Bell looks more well-rounded on offense. Pretty ho-hum from everyone else. But they won, and you can't take that away from them. So, Syracuse basketball, 86-82 over Le Moyne. Thank goodness the Orange found a way to survive.